Hello to those of you watching. This is going to be a reintroduction video, one that I found out about more in depth by watching Aristocob, the video that he put up. And basically, since I have a lot of new subscribers, many of which are in the YTPC, I thought it best to follow suit. There are videos that I post that are not pipe related or tobacco related. I have been enjoying a pipe for about 2 years, probably a little over, might be a little shy, but I believe it's around the 2-year mark. And during that time, I have found very enjoyable people that are willing to come together for just about everything. Whether it is pulling for a person that had an issue regarding a natural disaster, whether it be just putting it out there that they're going through some type of struggle, and for some it is a medical issue that brings everyone together. I, of course, lurked before I joined the YTPC, and even before I started my own journey in pipe smoking. There is a wealth of knowledge in any one of the members, and a warmth that non-pipe smokers might not ever see. It was once said that the world would be better if everyone would just stop and light a pipe, because unlike cigarettes, something that I myself have never tried, but I have been around cigarette smokers for most of my life. Lighting a pipe takes a mental calmness. It's almost like a ritual. You choose which pipe it is you want to fill, and then you fill it according with whatever you choose, tobacco related, and then decide whether it is going to be a match or a lighter to begin the process. There are those that are strict in how they smoke a pipe. They might only use matches. They may use a lighter, but only a Zippo. or claim that Zippos give off too much of a fluid taste, so they will use Bix. It is definitely an interesting hobby or an interesting lifestyle accessory that lies in one of the most simplest forms, that form being a pipe. Now, the reintroduction part is some of the subscribers may not know that I am involved with the pipe community as much as I am. Whenever there is a live video, I do make my presence known, and it is through these live videos that I have found many various ranges of brothers, or if the case is sisters, and to see women enjoying the process of pipe smoking and know that it does cross all genders, all races, it boggles one's mind. Now, there are some lurkers that I have had brief interactions with, but that doesn't make them any less of a pipe smoker, any less of the community. They might only post a comment every now and then, but they are watching. They are faithful. Now, for those that may not have pipe smoking related activities, I do also post some things on survival or prepping. And these videos are mostly showing that you don't have to have the high dollar gadgets, that you don't need to rely on someone else like the government or a good paying job to be a survival mindset or a prepper mindset. And I do have some playlists, one for the YTPC. Every now and then I'll find a video that I feel encompasses the idea of the subject. So I'll put it in that particular playlist. And for those of the survival or prepping mindset, I do have a playlist for that. In this, I mostly put videos that I watch, and it may contain a new way of thinking about the subject or make points to what some might not realize. Some of them are podcasts, some of them are, I believe a couple of them actually, are movies. There is a short independent movie that was put out by one of the podcast type people. And if you are interested in seeing what others might not see, or perhaps you are curious, having the Doomsday Prepper being out in the front, and a lot of people only think of preppers as that, what they see in that show. This gives you a chance to see an alternative to that. There is also a homestead channel that I have put in that playlist, and the reason that the homestead channel is in there is because it gives a wider scope on situations. This particular person lives in a off-grid, basically it started off being a shed that her and her husband got or actually from, I believe, Home Depot or Lowe's, and they have turned it into a home. And she actually first I've got the backwards. She got pregnant and gave birth recently to her firstborn. And she labeled it as a meditation, but it does put everything into perspective. So whether you do enjoy a pipe, or you are aware of the situation of things, and you might be looking for a different skill or some kind of inspiration to maybe make some type of self-defense in a non-lethal form, you might be able to find it in that playlist. Yeah. This is a different sort of video that I'm not exactly sure how to go about it. I don't have a bulleted outline that Aristocob may have had, but none of my videos are ever really thought out entirely. Seeing as how I don't edit my videos, because I feel editing kind of takes away from the natural flow or the I'm not sure of the word. It's slipped out of my mind. Basically, this video is to say that I am a pipe smoker. I am a survivalist and to some degree a prepper. Uh, I am always learning about both. I am constantly looking for new avenues to not only enjoy a lifestyle accessory, but also be sure that what I have will sustain and I will be able to enjoy it uh, even if the worst does happen. All that said, I am a father. Um, I have a 6-year-old daughter that I am able to see a couple times a week. And being a parent, as many of you might know, does open one's eyes to not only how the outside world influences them, but how their view of the outside world can at times open a new door that you didn't realize. Um, I am a veteran. I did spend 4 years in the Navy, 2000 to 2004, and I have gone um, maybe almost a year without having tobacco because I lost what little bit of income that I was getting. And the income that I was getting was the GI Bill. So in 2017, when I graduated from college, um, that money stopped. So I am currently not getting an income. But even in this unfortunate circumstance, the YTBC has been uh, abundant, or perhaps I should say they have been supportive. That would be a better term. Whether it is someone from a different continent or it is someone from my own country, the YouTube pipe community has gotten into my, I guess, inner circle. They are a group of people that I do feel that have been improving my life just by knowing them. And for those that haven't posted anything, I do keep my eyes open to the few lurkers I do know of, and a part of me does hope to see some form of video by them. Because before everyone that is in the YTBC started, at some point they were, in fact, a lurker. And it is that silent majority that keeps us all engaged in posting videos and giving shout outs when applicable, showing box openings and basically sharing that love that comes from a simple act. Now, as you integrate yourself to many of us, you will find that there are many of us that have a talent, whether it is something as simple as being artistic or it's something as complex as playing an instrument or something that is handy when things get taken. Like if something were to happen and you had to build something. Well, there are those in the community that are skilled at various tools, and odds are you might be able to interact with them to find out how to do whatever project you had to do. And so far, 22 minutes, so this reintroduction is actually turning into a ramble, which is also something that is akin to the YTPC. Some of us do ramble, not out of not knowing what to say, but out of wanting to share with the group. So if you are thinking of wanting to, whether it's enjoy a pipe or being even curious about it, we will be welcoming and we will help where we can. And hopefully this whole video makes sense in the end. But as always, I hope all that are seeing this is doing well. It being Friday night at 11:55 Eastern. I hope your weekend goes well and keep your eyes on the horizon and watch your six.